And good day, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope all is well. I want to talk about something that's a little bit different, but something that certainly needs our attention. By the way, I'm Kisa, and we want to welcome you in today to our show as we evolve, right? So, have you had a conversation with the man in your life about how he's doing? No, listen to me. Listen to me. A genuine conversation and a genuine question to ask him how he's doing. If not, you may want to, because you may be surprised to learn that so many men feel that they are invisible to their partners and to their loved ones. I am Kisa. I'm Coach K, and I'm joined by a gentleman who is so honest and certainly brings a brand new, raw, and real perspective to this. You know him. This gentleman is no, wait. No, 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 no. I almost went there. I almost went there. Can
Mm.
you please introduce the good people to yourself? Can you introduce them to you?
Let me do my Kisa right quick. Yeah. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, worldwide known, worldwide renowned. This your boy, Mr. Get It Done, aka Mr. Bling Bling, aka Thurston Howard III, aka Mr. Cleophas. Where the big girls at, Jenkins? It's your boy, super producer, Shurlock. What's going on?
What's going on? And shout out with your shirt. Show them the shirt.
Limited
Seven.
edition. It's something due. It's
Oh,
something due.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So, to shout out to the
yeah.
fabulous crew.
You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Birmingham's own Sherlock. And y'all know I couldn't, I try to be so cool and calm and collected and all that kind of stuff. I would justice in that introduction. I was like, sir, you've got to do that, right? But that's good stuff. And listen, we know you from your musical career, right?
Right.
Like you could name drop and you could certainly show us like not only are you respected in and of what you do, but there are other artists, other musicians who respect what you do and respect what you bring to the platform, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your career and a little bit about not just your career, but just what you and who you've had the opportunity to work with and be a blessing to. How about that? Mhm.
Okay. My career started here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Whoop, whoop.
I started as a music producer. Made my way to Atlanta with my godbrother, headliner Tim Barnwell of Arrested Development.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Uh, some of my people that I worked with is Escape, Julian Arrington,
Mhm.
Music Soul Child, Attitude, Bob Baldwin, Antoine Carmichael, Byron the Aquarius, which is protege of mine. He's from here.
Yeah.
Big time house producer and DJ. So he travels the world. And he's from Bush Hill, believe it or not.
Okay.
And uh, yeah, shot lights, platters. Yeah.
He doesn't need to say anything else, okay? So you know what time it is with him, right? So that's some star power. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you.
Thank
I
you.
want to, I told you I have well, now a couple of new favorite songs from you, because you really uplift Black women. But I made it a point to mention at the beginning, as I introduced you before you came on, the fact that you have told me in a previous interview, you believe that so many Black men feel invisible.
Mm.
Can you walk us down that path a little bit?
The path is short. It's not that long.
Mhm.
Most men, most of my friends that I talk to, um, when they're having a bad day or going through something,
Mm.
trusting the person that you're with to acknowledge or even see that you're going through something
Mm.
um, can be disappointing.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
so most of the time, a lot of us guys rely on each other. Um,
Mm.
and those that don't rely to have a relationship with another fellow or another man or someone that they can have something with, we just bury it deep. We
Mm.
don't. We'll do it once or twice to share with you, and if it's not received or even recognized, we'll shut it down.
Hmm. You're so it would behoove women to pay attention to their men, in other words, because he's going to give you some clues if things aren't quite right.
Yeah.
Will most guys say that,
No,
Sherlock? Or does a woman does she have to be attentive?
she doesn't have to be attentive. She can ask questions. So some,
Asking
if
questions.
yeah, asking questions. Because a lot of the times in the beginning of a relationship, especially in a relationship, he'll trust you to say something. Especially if he's into you and he's thinking of you that way, he's gonna trust you probably once or twice to say something to you about what's going on with him. And I can say for me, I've been in situations where I've trusted and I said, I'm just not having a good day. I'm going through this and going through that, and I just need, I don't, I don't know how I'm feeling, but I'm feeling some type of way. And I've been met with, you need to man up.
Mm.
You need to man up. Stop whining. I don't want. I ain't your mom. I ain't gonna babysit you. That's a classic. I'm not your mom. Okay, wasn't asking for that, but okay. I
But
know
okay,
you can't talk to you about anything ever. But
ever again. That's the danger that women, Lord, we're supposed to be talking about mental health, and you've gotten me on that because I find that so interesting. Um, I will say this, and I'm gonna pivot from here because I think when a person is not feeling good, when they are down, well, actually, it is a part of the conversation because people not checking on you, people not asking how you're doing, you know, is everything okay? That can be part of what leads to the decline as well,
right.
because you don't check on your people. You tell them to man up when they're not having a good day. That can lead a person somewhere, don't you think? That's
Oh,
the insensitivity of it all.
like I tell people, it's out in my journey of dealing with mental health that I have heard so many things that was so just it made me not want to even talk to you anymore
Mhm. Mm.
because I there are words that people who are going through depression or going through something they it's key words. One thing is a phrase rather. I'm tired. It's
Mm.
the
I'm
middle
just
of the day.
I'm just tired.
I'm just tired. You
Mm.
say, "How you doing, man?" I'm just tired. You been working on something? No, just it's not. Yeah, I'm just tired. And it's not a physical thing. It's they don't understand. The person who's saying it, they don't understand that it's a mental exhaust. But they really feel tired. So when someone says I'm just tired, and for men, the quickest way to get out the conversation is to say, I'm okay.
To say that again?
I'm okay. Like, how you feeling today? I'm okay. You sure? Mm-hmm. I'm okay. Because I don't want to talk to you about it because I know me talking to you about it is not going to help.
Going down the wrong. Let me
Mm-hmm.
give you another give you an example. I read this and I see this couple and I'm pretty fascinated by them, Sherlock.
Mm-hmm.
All Devale Ellis and Kadeen
Mm-hmm.
Ellis. He's on Tyler Perry's Sisters. He's an actor, used to be a football player. And I he's funny as crap to me, number one, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by how he shouts out his wife, how he, being an actor, how he prioritizes his wife, how he brings her on set, and the lady that he was starring in the uh I think it's Tyler Perry, it's some Tyler Perry show. I think it's Sisters or something like
Mhm.
that. But he and
Spin-off
his,
of it, yeah.
huh?
I think it's a spin-off of it, and
Yeah.
him and the young lady, they think that a lot of people think they're actually married, and
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. But he
yeah.
brought his wife into the situation and he makes sure that he brings the wife on set. He makes sure if he go, he's going out, sometimes you'll see him with his co-anchor and his wife is going to be right there by him. And I listened to the backstory, and he said that one of the reasons why he always is going to shout his wife out is because when they were dating, went off to college. He went through a season where he wasn't doing well. He was getting into some trouble. He was doing some things, and he said he remembered, when she was there, everything kind of stabilized. He said, she was kind of just like a stabilizing force. He brought her there where he was, and he got back on track again, and they have been inseparable because he says to him, she's been like a rock. So moral of the story being, oh, and he'd gotten, I believe, addicted to some painkillers or something like that. So moral of the story, we see this guy now and we think, oh, great actor, they're living the life, he's getting these gigs now, being
Mhm,
interviewed. But he had a bad moment, but
mhm.
Christine did not judge him, she came to help him.
You know what I heard in that?
I'm listening.
He found his peace.
Say that again.
He found his peace. It's
Interesting.
it's certain people, even my friends that I have around me, there's a certain peace that they bring.
Hmm.
So even if I'm out and I'm feeling uncomfortable or I'm feeling this one person could be standing right beside me, and because she's standing there, my attention picks up. I start evaluating whatever move I'm finna make next a little bit better. I start to think. Without her there, I probably would have just went through the motions. I
Hmm.
probably just, if they said, "Hey, let's go do this," I wouldn't have thought about it. Probably just did it because I'm out. But because this person, this energy right here is here, our friend, uh, Miss King, when I did shows, would be there.
Wow.
My mind would be hyper focused on what needs to happen and what needs to get done
Wow.
because she would act as my assistant or agent at times, just so that I could have peace before I went on stage or did a performance. So for him, having her there because of the respect he has for her, he's not going to do nothing stupid.
My goodness. My
He,
God.
because of having her there and the respect he has for her, nothing will bother him because if it does, he can turn to her and she knows how to woosah whatever that is out of him. If there's doubt there, she knows how to build that back up so the doubt leaves. So what he's saying is, yeah, I bring my wife here, and it sounds all cute and colorful, but for a man to do that, there's a something there that I am not going to take a chance on losing. So when I move, she moves.
You just schooled us on about 10 different things right there. And if folks don't get anything else, because women want to know how to be that woman. Because this guy is around women, he could, he's getting things thrown at him literally
Left and right.
left and right. He's
Mhm.
oh, I thought you were about to say something. He's on videos promoting her all the time. I mean, he calls it Diwali's truth or something like that, the Ellises. I'm talking about this guy has hit the pinnacle of his career and he's grinding, he's hustling. And, he even talks about, how sometimes he's so hyper focused on trying to go out and get it and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes she thinks he's being a little insensitive, but he's trying to go get it for his family. But at the end of the day, she understands him. She's not bothered by that. She is not bothered by the temptation that he faces. She's secure in her position. And he's made
She has her own thing going as well.
She has her own thing going. She's got 4 I don't even know that she even does anything other than be, a mother to his children, but she's secure enough to not try to be behind him all the time. I mean, whatever it is, like you said, it's something that he has determined that she has, and he can't let go of that.
You don't want to let go of that.
Careful distinction. Thank you. He could let go of it. He doesn't want.
Doesn't want to.
I know we're supposed to get to Men Speak on Monday. Woo, and mental health and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question to you. How does a woman what does she do to become that woman that a man doesn't want to do anything to mess that up? We're going to get to the mental health part in just a minute.
In my eyes, and this is my opinion, it's not being submissive like they think. It's being that strength that you have in you and presenting that strength to me in my lowest point. A woman who understands that I'm going through something and she'll say, okay, you ain't feeling good. You know what? I'll be over there in a minute. She ain't finna come over there and preach to you. She'll say, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook something. Let's sit down and eat. And then we'll talk. Then y'all talk and she doesn't do anything to correct or fix or move or anything. She just speaks life back into you.
Sounds like it's kind of simple. Maybe we've complicated some things. Like when you really care about someone, it's really in the simple things. It's showing up. Like you said, you're not preaching, not doing this, not what, just being there.
Yeah. A lot of times in mental health, I try to explain to the families of somebody that's going through it. You don't have to go over there and give them this speech of how you went through something, because people who go through depression are not going to tell you how to deal with your depression.
Okay.
Somebody that's going through depression, you don't have to go preach to them. You don't have to go talk to them. If you went over there and just sit down and watch TV,
you're helping somebody.
That's enough.
You're helping somebody.
Just be in their space and say, hey, I'm going to hit you tomorrow. All right, leave. Call them the next day. Hey, what you doing? Okay. Hey, I want to go see this stuff about this car. Ride with. Ride with you. Go see it. Take them back home. All right, I'm gonna hit you up. It's so simple. But everybody think I have to have a degree. I need to know about this. I need to know about. It's good to know what depression is and how it functions. It's good to know what anxiety is and how it functions. But you don't have to know every aspect of that just to show up.
You are saying it, and you're admitting it, but a lot of gentlemen, a lot of women have gone through and dealt with depression, and you really just gave the playbook, because it could be someone at home watching and their husband, they notice that something's a little off with him. He's not quite himself, or he hasn't done this, or he hasn't been whatever. Not in what you say to him. You don't have to say, just do, just be, in fact, I wouldn't even dare say do. Why don't you just be?
Mm-hmm.
Be who you are. Be his friend. be a companion. Let me go, be considerate, be compassionate. I'm gonna cook. I mean, that's simple what you just said. Just go up, cook for him, and make him a great meal. If you know he likes, adult beverage, go buy his adult beverage. And then, I was just thinking about you. I was, here you go.
Yeah, pretty much. I know you wanted to fix the car tomorrow, so I got you these tools. I don't know if you need them or not, but let's go get these tools so you can fix the car. You know what I'm saying?
Consider
It's very, very simple, especially with someone who's starting to fall down what we call their rabbit hole. Because you have to get yourself back to your baseline, get back on level ground. Because once going through the rabbit hole, you start to dig underground. And once you get in there, it's dark, it's
Yeah.
musty, it's damp, and you're trying to figure things out. And in that space, you can't. You can only find other despair.
I'm listening, and I just thought about something as you were talking. You being a music producer, you're around stars. You're around a lot of people. You have connections to a lot of people. You can pick up the phone and call people, but it doesn't matter. Depression, it doesn't matter about who you're surrounded by. And I know that's the case because I look at people like Robin Williams, who took his own life. I look at people, I believe it's Anthony Bourdain, who's
Hmm.
doing this show and, known worldwide. So it doesn't matter about who we're surrounded by, does it?
Mm-mm. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter how much fame you have. Doesn't matter how many friends you think you have. Because once you get in that space, you are alone. I know my mom loves me. I know my brother loves me. I know my baby cousins and my nephews and my other aunties, and I know they love me. But in that space, it just didn't seem like it. It doesn't calculate. I would go to family functions and sit by myself. And everybody's trying to interact with me, get me to do this. I'm trying to wear this face that I'm okay. And I had to sleep for 2 days before that just so I could have the energy to be like, yeah, let's play some cards and I'm acting normal. And it's not me acting normal for me. I'm acting like that for you. So I don't make you feel some kind of way about me not feeling my best.
Can you talk about kudos to you for even having that conversation and opening that door. Can you talk about the importance of, let's talk about coming out of it. So when you recognize there's an issue, I
Mhm.
like what you talked about in the initial stages is not about trying to suggest doing anything or having anything or do whatever. Just live life and include the person in your life. That's what I kind of heard you saying from that. Live your life and include them in your life. Just let them know that you're there. Moving from there, what would you say helped to bring you out? Would you say like counsel? Would you say, or was it just a strong self, whatever?
No, I didn't have a strong self. Um, I didn't have the basic knowledge of what it was that was wrong. So I didn't have the words to express how I was feeling or what I was going through or how what I was going through made me feel because
Mm,
I didn't have the basic information of what depression is and what anxiety is and what all these mental health things, how there's different levels of depression, there's different levels of anxiety.
yeah.
So my depression is not like that person's depression, it's not like that person's depression. And what helped me was I received the education on what I had.
How
And
did you do?
because
How did you do that?
I went. Well, 5 years ago, I tried to take my life, harm myself, and through the help of my god sister and the VA hospital, I was put into a hospital in Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Um, they have programs where you stay there and you
Yep.
go to these different classes.
Yep.
And within those classes, I learned what was wrong.
Yes.
And by learning what was wrong, I was able to ask questions on alternatives or things I can do to not be better or have it fixed, but just to be back at my baseline. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay, just so that I'm just okay.
Mm-hmm. You know what I find? And let me. Okay, two things. Number one. Oh, no, 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 no. I was just thinking.
So,
My mind goes like this sometimes. It's like it's going. It can go that way. It can go this way. As I'm listening and processing, you talked about an incident 5 years led you to that point. I remember you earlier. We talked. You mentioned it was a breakup that
mhm,
plunged you into whatever. So I understand before then. So had you been in a place where maybe you were feeling depression beforehand, before that the person did that, whatever, whatever, and then when they did that, that was just like the, you know, just what
yeah,
went
I
really.
was I was on a winding road.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was able to work with it.
Okay.
I knew I had bad days. I knew I had sometimes where I just got so irritated with somebody that I would shut down,
Hmm.
and I would come back a few days later and act like nothing happened.
So that was a major sign too.
Yeah. So, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know how to explain it.
Gotcha.
And I was just going through life, just going and
Yeah.
trying to act normal as possible.
Yeah.
And I got into a relationship. And what you have to realize too, don't blame her at
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
because dealing with someone who has a mental health issue and
Yeah.
don't know they have a mental health issue
Yeah.
is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
So I don't put nothing on her shoulders at all.
Yeah.
I just wish that she could have been my person in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But don't blame her. I take full responsibility. And that's another thing. You have to take accountability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have to know you have to find out what's going on with you,
Mm-hmm.
understand it,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to find a small support system.
Mm-hmm.
After doing that, I researched because I'm a nerd. That's what we do.
You're a nerd. You're
if
a
I
nerd.
if I watch, I'm a geek to days in. If I watch a movie, I go back and read up on it to find out more information about it to make sure that it is cohesive to what I know knowledge wise. So so uh and I read, I talked, it was a young lady in the hospital by the name of Asia, and she challenged me because at that point I stopped doing music altogether.
Hmm.
I stopped doing it altogether because I blamed music for what I was doing.
Wow.
And she told me it's not music. You have a health problem, just like
Yeah.
people have diabetes,
Yeah.
somebody has cancer,
Yeah.
you have a health problem.
Yeah. Go Asia. Yeah.
And Asia said, what we're going to do is for your graduation goal of leaving here, we're going to get you back on the stage.
Love it.
So we worked and worked, and I learned and learned. And as I was getting ready to leave, I called a few people. organized. I did a live concert for them, and I raised they need book bags to give to the vets when they leave the hospital that has
Yeah.
toiletries and things like that. So I raised over 300 book bags for that
Mm,
concert and gave it to them as a thank you. And
that's nice.
and I performed for the vets, and they loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it. So
And there's so many who are going through it and who don't know or who never seek the help, the help that they need mentally, who are fighting demons in their mind, and
mhm,
they will not go and get the help. And the burden is on the family, the burden is on the significant other. And so kudos, because it seems to me like you almost have a mission now to go and to bring awareness.
yeah,
As you forward now, am I hearing that correctly too?
one
Talk.
hundred, 100%. My even though my last album was dropped February 3rd, called The Finale, um, mental health is something that I take very seriously now, being that I know about it and understand.
Mhm.
A lot of the problems with a lot of people is they don't even know the basics about what it is. So
Mm,
they look at it as a myth.
mm,
I've been called lazy because I
mm,
slept all the time. It wasn't
mm.
that I was lazy and I was sleeping. I was
You were
trying to make the day go by fast.
Oh, yeah, you were dealing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I can make this day go by, I can get to tomorrow.
Whew.
So that's my reset. I'll go to sleep. Yeah, I'll just leave me alone. This day go by and I'm gonna get to tomorrow. It's a new day. I can start over.
Golly, I remember a guy mentioning that to me one time, and I didn't even recognize it. Now, I've had a little experience, just, because as a life coach and, having people that I've been connected to who've dealt with mental illness as well, and, I remember him saying that one time, and I didn't recognize it as a symptom just until you said this, but he said I would sleep the day away to try to move things forward. I would just go to sleep,
Mhm.
and it would
It's a
just
for us. It's a reset.
ooh, ooh,
It's a way to reset.
way
Oh,
to
the
read.
day was so bad. This person is fussing at me. That person, I can't pay that. I can't do.
Go to sleep.
Go to bed, cut off my covers, cut my phone off, close my door,
Mhm, mhm,
wake up the next morning. It's a new day.
mhm,
Hey, what do I need to tackle first? Which one
mm,
of the things that bothered me yesterday, I can tackle the easiest now.
mhm, mhm,
Let me
mm,
go ahead and pay this bill.
mhm,
I got that accomplished. Everything else, go back to bed. Wake up
mm,
the next day, this person was fussing at me. I can't handle that right now. I need to go handle this.
mm,
No, that's what you start to do. You start to from from no, you start to micromanage
mhm,
what you can handle.
mhm.
If it's
Yeah,
outside, if it's too big, if it won't fit in this box, I'm not doing that today.
yeah,
If it's too big for this circle, I'm not doing that today.
yeah.
And
Mm,
then the circle one starts getting smaller and smaller, and you stop doing stuff.
wow. What are you moving forward, how do you manage? I'll let you kind of round out everything here. How do you manage, or how would you tell someone to manage moving from diagnosis to being treated now when it comes back? How would you tell them to manage?
The
If it
biggest
back.
thing, the biggest thing for me,
Mhm.
I had to be accountable for my actions. It's so many will start to blame everybody else for how they're feeling.
Sure.
That person made me feel this way. This person, I ain't gonna do that because such and such. No, no, no. Time out, time out, time out. What did you do that put you in that position where now you're dealing with that? She fusses and argue all the time. You took your butt over to her house. What I need to do from now on is I need to stay home
Mhm.
and not put myself in that position where my
Mm.
peace is going to be.
Mhm. That's right.
So I have to take accountability for it.
Mm.
I put myself in that position.
Mm.
I didn't want to, this person ain't going to pay me my money back. I'll never pay you your money back. So I have to take accountability that I put myself in that position by loaning that person money that I knew I needed and knew that person wanted. I got
Prob
to,
Okay. You gotta
yeah,
take That's good. Taking accountability, acknowledging there's an issue, getting the help, and then taking responsibility to keep yourself free.
yeah. Because for me, that helps. Because even if I don't take my medication, I know how to protect my peace
Yes,
so I can keep functioning until I get my medication.
that's right. That's
So,
right.
so it and learn as much as you can about what you're dealing with.
Yeah. Get some information because again, there's so much shame in our community. I don't even think I touched on that yet. The stigma, I mean, it's almost like sickness. You're walking around and you know you've got a challenge. And newsflash, in case you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, all of us are going to deal with something in this life.
Mhm.
I mean,
Okay.
we live in a human we're human. We live in a world that has issues and problems. We make mistakes. You
Right.
know, already accounted for all of it. He accounted for all of that. The way that you get free, though, is to face it. You can't, you know, turn to the left, turn to the right.
Mhm.
More, you got to face it. You got to face it because there's nothing new under the sun. Someone has been through mental health challenges and overcome and is now functioning. Some of this stuff, listen, Sherlock, some of it is um, emotional, some of it is physiological. Sometimes we're missing a chemical.
Mhm.
Sometimes we're not getting rest.
Mhm.
Sometimes we're dealing with people who we know are cuckoo and
Mhm.
they bring that cuckoo around us and we know cuckoo gonna act a fool, gonna say the
All
wrong
the
thing.
time. Every
Huh?
time. Every
Every
time.
time. And your spirit is not made, your heart is not made to take in junk all the
Mhm.
time, insults or to be badgered. God doesn't do you like that. So why would you go to a person who does? And I'm talking to
Yep.
myself as well. I mean, I'm not. So I'm
Mhm.
just saying, and I hope to help somebody because sometimes we're thinking, well, I don't understand. You be around somebody. I remember I had to end a relationship, Sherlock, because I'm around someone who was mean and neglectful. How long I'm
Yeah.
meet your needs. I can be considerate and compassionate, but you can ignore. How long do we keep on doing that game? And we're supposed to feel good. We're gonna just constantly keep on doing it and we're going, oh, I'm gonna feel great. No, it's gonna lead to some I remember being in that relationship thinking I don't deal with depression, but I did as a
Mhm.
result.
Mhm.
And you know
Yeah.
what I had to do? You,
Pull out.
you had to do
Pull out.
that part.
Yep. Cut
That
off.
part.
Mhm.
That part. And
Mhm.
sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we have to make the hard choices. Now, you skated by this, Sherlock, earlier, your album, The Finale. You said this is it as far as that, the last one?
Yes, the last one. This is the conclusion of a beautiful career. Career I didn't think I was going to have
Wow.
because I have been a producer since I was in high school. So
Yeah.
being in front was never a thought.
Mm,
But because me and my sister, Jazz Wilson, started a production company called
mhm,
Wood Grain Productions,
mhm.
we couldn't find anybody in Seattle to hire us. So our brainiac decision was to go and make an EP of us producing us.
Mm,
Us producing us turned us into a group. Us producing us put us on the road touring.
Wow. Wow.
And one thing led to another. I became a solo artist, and 6 albums in, the finale is here.
Wow. So you're just doing something different. You're certainly not wrapping up your work.
I'm wrapping up my work, but I'm going to focus more on trying to help my community understand what mental health is.
I'm pulling up some of your videos. I don't even know if you can.
This one is the last concert I did at the Boutwell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It says a year ago.
yeah, at the Boutwell Auditorium, and that was a mental health free concert that I did.
What are you finding when you went out there when you're having these conversations, Sherlock, about mental health awareness? Like, what is your
I, I hear a lot of I didn't know that. I
Mm,
wasn't aware. I wasn't. I didn't look at it or looked at his feelings or her feelings that way. I didn't know me saying that, black people been depressed our whole lives. That's nothing new. Would hurt that person's feelings and make things worse.
I like
Yeah,
I get caught up.
it's a big build up. Have to have that. I was taught that by a lot of my mentors, like Z Man and CC and Lucci. They always talked about being an entertainer, and that's what I am. I entertain. So
You
there's
are,
a big build up before I come on stage.
yeah. Oh, so that wait, that's what we're watching right here, the build up.
Yeah, my security, my female security guards. uh, I had an all woman band.
I love it. And there he is. I love it. Your new name is
Yeah,
it has been a pleasure. I'm so glad that you're shining a light on something that a lot of people have not run away from,
yeah,
have tried to. But the more people try to run away from it, I feel like it how can I say it? It's there. You can't
hmm
run from it. It's there. Um, how do people support you moving ahead in the future?
Well, next year we're getting
Mm,
ready to do a benefit concert. We're
mhm.
calling the Night of Roses. We're going to bring awareness to mental health. I'm dedicating this show to my mom,
Nice. Hey, mom.
Big Mama Tip,
Hey, Big Mama Tip.
and she wants me to keep bringing awareness to the community. Because even though I've done my last album, which she doesn't want it to be, she wants me to continue to get the information out so people can get help, especially for our babies.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
babies are hurting.
Yeah.
Babies are being bullied in a different way. They used to say bullying back in the day was helpful. Uh, Bullying now is a whole different thing for these kids.
Yeah.
Social media with YouTube and Instagram and video in it now is I don't want none of my baby cousins to go through that or my nephews.
Yeah.
And if I can teach them now to ask for help,
Mhm.
because a lot of things with the kids and the youth, they don't ask for it because they think they're not supposed to.
Mhm.
And that's what I found out. They
Mhm.
think they're not supposed to ask for help because you're an adult.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm supposed to try to learn and deal with this on my own. I'm like, you're a kid.
Yeah.
You should trust me enough that I am going to be there for you no matter how this is going to go down. And I want your safety and your protection to be the biggest thing.
Shout out to you for sounding the alarm because I think some of that is cultural. Our
Mm.
culture doesn't it's a pride or this self-sufficiency, like, I don't want anybody to know that I'm dealing or I don't wanna ask for help. I see so much of that in our community. I don't wanna ask for help, or I'm ashamed or, I don't want anybody to know I'm dealing with mental health. And I wanted to say this earlier, so I'll say it now. Who the heck is gonna know if you go and check yourself into a facility other than the folks who are in the facility? Who the heck is gonna know? Come on, y'all. Who the
Mhm.
heck is gonna know if you get on the phone and talk to a counselor? If you get on the phone and talk to a life coach? I'm a life coach. You need some help? Call me. Don't worry about, "Oh, I may not have the money to pay." I do a complimentary call. You may need 2 conversations. I have people who've needed 2 conversations with me to get the clarity that we need
Mhm.
here.
Mhm.
I'm not in a space where I'm gonna, "Oh, I need you to." That's not the most important thing to me. And I just I marvel because I was guilty of that back in the day too. If I had something going on, I don't wanna say anything to anybody. It's cultural, and we've gotta do better, whereas there are other communities, my Caucasian brothers and sisters who will tell me,
In
"Yes,
in a second.
in a second, yeah, I talked to my counselor." My counselor told me.
Yeah. And I have some beautiful and powerful black female friends that when something like that is arising with me, they come, they knock on the door, they pick up the phone and worry me on the phone. Hey, I need to talk.
Yeah,
We need to go out to eat. I
yeah,
need to see, or my favorite one is, I need to put eyes on you.
yeah.
I love when I'm having a bad day. That's my that's my I guess you would call my health language.
I love it.
Yeah, that's my health language. Hey, I need to put eyes on you.
I love it.
It doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything. You need to do this. I just need to put eyes on you, so I can see for myself when you're saying you're okay. I can see through the bull, or I can see through the truth.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So,
The community has been the answer, and the community will always be the answer.
mm,
No man and no woman is an island. Not at all. No matter how, no man, no woman is self-made. We can
not
be some
at all.
people. Don't What were you saying now? You said
One
not
of
at all,
the
right?
biggest, not at all. One of the biggest things I tell artists when they say, "Well, I want to be a singer and such," and the first thing I tell them, I said, "You have to get your paperwork together. And second, you have to build your team. Why I got to have it? You have to have a team because you can't do this by yourself."
And let me just say this, and I'll round it out here talking about mental health. I think about people like Whitney Houston. I think about people like Michael Jackson. That can be a very lonely road. I even look at Bobby, Bobby with all the stuff he had going with Whitney,
Mhm.
Bobby Brown. That can be a very, and some of his had to be mental health challenges. It had to be.
It was. He was depressed. He had anxiety. So he compensated trying to fix those things with drugs.
Yeah.
It wasn't, what I'm saying, people don't understand that alcohol is a depressant. So if you're depressed and you drink alcohol, that's going to make you more depressed. So
Mhm.
what do you have to do? You have to take something chemically to change that balance to get
Mhm.
you back to function.
Mhm. Mhm.
And doing that to your body, taking it up and down like that, your body starts to react to certain.
Absolutely. And I look at Bobby now and I look at his body, he just, he can still dance and move, but he hadn't looked like he's been at peak health for a while. Looks like
Mhm.
he's been struggling a little bit. And I
Yeah,
think the same thing, I look at, even nobody will say this right now, but I look at Martin Lawrence. I think Martin has gone through some things as well too.
it's just obvious.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't move or talk or react like he used to. He can't.
No. No. And we don't, I have no idea what has happened, and they won't talk about it. He's apparently sworn his team to silence because, and he's not ready to talk about it apparently either.
Same thing with Chadwick Boseman. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Nobody knew. Would the outcome be different if somebody knew?
Because I think if somebody knew, and this is just me,
Yes.
you're Chadwick Boseman. If they knew, it'd have been doctors offering, medical teams offering. If they
Gosh,
could save the Black Panther,
jeez.
they is. But then
Jeez.
again, I understand because I understand the industry. That get out, now you're too weak. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You're too. You're a charity case now.
Okay, let me give you the flip side. That's good because because I see how
Mm-hmm.
you see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
You see how I see how the devil, how life beats us up because you're there thinking, I don't need anybody to know this. I'm gonna just go ahead and suffer my fate. And let me tell you, I just saw this yesterday. I'm always motivated by him. The guy, Tariq on Flipper Flop. No. What is it? God, the flipping El Musas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the flipping El Musas, Tariq El Musa. He is a two-time cancer survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Two-time cancer survivor. And I heard him, I'm just flipping through his Instagram yesterday, watching some of his little shorts. And he said, I get up, I take my protein shake, I do this, I do that, as a two-time cancer survivor. What? Okay, didn't know you were dealing with that. Sometimes, and I understand. I mean, there are different considerations, but sometimes I think I'm just saying that sometimes people fight a battle alone and they don't have to.
Mm. Most people with mental health fight battles alone all the time.
Most people with mental health fight battles alone all the time, but
Don't
because of
have to.
shame, and you don't have to. That's the message I'm not going to touch that. That's the message. That's the soundbite right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the soundbite. If you are mentally challenged and you are out there fighting a battle alone, the message of this whole interview, Shurlock came to tell you today,
You
you
don't have to.
don't have to. You don't have to. Shurlock, I have your information at the bottom of the screen for people to follow you on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. It's been running as you've been talking.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you. This was our first time meeting one another, but I just have a little feeling. Have a little feeling. I'll be seeing you around. I just have.
Yes, you will. Yes, you
And
will.
I know you're wrapping up your music career, but if you ever do a video in the future, or if you ever need a backup singer,
You know,
ever need a backup dancer,
I think I have. I'm gonna get ready and shoot a live recording video in February. So yes, you need to be there. You
I
need to
was
be there.
I was kidding.
Nope, you need to be there. You need to be sitting there in this recording studio while we're recording and videoing. Yes, you need to be there. And the concert that we're doing May 24th next year, we are
Yeah.
looking for sponsors, but
Okay.
we are looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
Um, but we will be recording that.
Okay. Wonderful.
We'll be
Wonderful.
using it, and
How do people get in touch with you to help, to support you, to help sponsor? How do they get in touch with you?
they'll be getting in touch with me through my management team,
Mm-hmm.
KP Management, Keep Pushing Management. The number is, where is it? I don't remember the number. 205
Mm-hmm.
586
Mm-hmm.
8027.
I should know that. I've been in touch with them, in touch with them. So I should
and
know that too.
and the
Uh-huh.
email is it's kpbusiness24@gmail.com.
I can't type as fast for that. But
Yeah.
there you go. So I have your number.
Yeah.
You're not the number on the screen if you want to be a
If you want,
sponsor.
yeah, call that number. We have a sponsorship package we can give to you so you can look over and see everything that we're trying to do. The performance will be used in a documentary style so that these nonprofits that we're partnering with, they
Uh-huh.
can go to the schools and elementaries next year and use that video as a tool to teach about bullying and depression.
That's awesome. That's awesome. The wheels are turning as I'm thinking of some other ways to get your message out. You've hung in here with me today. You spread some great information. I guess we'll shake you loose right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I have my kick. That's my yeah.
That's your who? Who
That's
is
my Miss
that?
Sharp. That's my Miss Sharp. Yes.
Is that what I do, Sherlock?
How y'all doing today? We got a good show for y'all. Yes, indeed. I am for it. I am here. I'm all for it.
Woo. So I see you're a comedian too now, huh?
Hey, no. I'm just a lovable soul. That's
Oh,
all.
that's that part. That part. Man, it has been so cool hanging out with you. I mean, we put in some work today. We're spreading some information. And you know what I'm going to do?
What you
This
gonna
is what I've just determined. I'm going to let you, because you are so special, you're
Thank
going to
you.
run for 2 Mondays, okay? You're going to be Men Speak Part 1 and Men Speak Part 2.
Outstanding.
You're going to close us out for the month of November. The first one will air on Monday, November the 25th, and the next will air the first Monday in December, because you have
Outstanding.
had some powerful information to be able to help people, whether it's with what this whole Men Speak deal, and just you're talking about relationships as well. I'm sorry, mental health is what I meant, but
Mhm.
I'm talking about mental health and relationships, two separate things, but two powerful things that we need to hear, because we need to hear from our men, Sherlock. We need to hear from our men. Let's just, I'm the sister who's saying it. Sometimes the women won't say it, but see, when you all come on and they hear from you, see, the guys jump on and they start talk, because you're saying what some of them can't say or won't say.
Mhm. Right.
And because they may not be speakers or may not feel comfortable in the spotlight like that, then the ladies want to listen because they're taking notes. I'm just the one who's going to say, hey, can you come and teach us some things? But guess what? That's my role. That's my role. I get it, So I'll ask and be like, oh, okay, let me take some notes. Let me do better in this arena. So you will be airing the next couple of Mondays, and I certainly thank you. And I'm putting those dates down, and I'm coming in the studio to record or disrupt or do something.
You're gonna have a good time is what you're gonna have.
Okay.
You gonna sit there and have
Yes.
a good time. That's what's
Yes.
gonna happen.
That part.
Yeah,
Thank
boy.
you. Thank you so much. That you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. You also.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you later, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye, Sherlock. Man, oh man, oh man, how fun was that to hang out with Mr. Sherlock? Oh my gosh, I will not even try to introduce him because he does a much better job of saying his name. He can be his own hype person, right? But some powerful information in all seriousness that he shared about mental health, and just really things that you can do to successfully move forward, whether you're a person dealing with a mental health issue, or whether you are connected to someone in relationship who has a mental health issue. Either or gave some powerful keys. Two things to take away: you don't have to do this alone, and number two, for the person who is in a relationship with someone who is dealing with a mental health issue, it's the simple things, just being there. I'm Keisha Sharp. Special thanks to our guest, Shurlock Hubbart. Wonderful interview and fun. And I'm going to get him for that impersonation of me. But it was kind of accurate, wasn't it? Yeah, I know. I know. So, anyway, y'all have a great day. And my heart and my prayer is that this is something that you can use. God bless you. And I pray that you get the help that you need in any area of your life. May this be a blessing to you. I'll see you soon, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.